Hello, this is Shamim Ahmed. Welcome back to my channel again. Today I will share a part 1 IELTS topic with you, and today's topic is hobby. We all know hobby is one of the most common topics in IELTS. At the same time, it's an interesting topic. The question about hobby could be asked by any form, like the examiner could ask you directly, what is your favorite hobby? Or he or she can ask you, what do you usually do during your leisure time? Again, the question could be asked like this way: what is the skill that you are good at? Again, the examiner can give you a cue card topic about hobby. So, the topic hobby for whole IELTS speaking session is very much important. So let's start without further delay. So whatever the question is, it might be what's your favorite hobby, or what do you usually do during your leisure time, or what's the skills that you are good at. You please don't repeat the examiner's word. Like when the examiner will ask you what's your favorite hobby, don't say gardening is my favorite hobby or cooking is my favorite hobby. Just say like this way, these are the options: I just love gardening. Or the initial sentence could be, gardening is my cup of tea. Whenever I get time, I do gardening. Or what skills are you good at? So again you can use, gardening is my cup of tea. I actually very much fond of gardening, so I always do gardening whenever I get time. So by doing the same activity again and again, I become very much skilled at gardening. There is gardening, you can see that time the skill is not so suitable for the answer gardening, but you can answer or you can mention cooking as your skill. So it's my humble request, and it might be a good tips and tricks for you people to actually relate your answer for different kind of questions. Like if you choose cooking, you can relate it as your good skill. But in case of gardening, it's not your skill. During gardening we do many things like pouring water, plucking flowers, and giving fertilizers. To be precise, when anything, my today's topic is favorite hobby, but if the examiner asks you something about your favorite singer, your favorite color, just don't say this is my favorite color, this is my favorite singer, but use different word. So for hobby, your answer could be like this way: I just love cooking. Just when I do cooking, I always think I go to over the moon. Or cooking is my cup of tea, I just enjoy cooking because I love to actually feed other people by my own cooked meal. Here I use two phrases, and from my point of view these two phrases are perfectly suitable for IELTS speaking, because in IELTS speaking I mention again and again, particularly in part 1, everything is about your favorite thing, your favorite activity, your favorite something, yourself. So in part 1 you can easily use these two phrases, cup of tea and over the moon or out of the world. Like cup of tea means your day-to-day life partner, or your day-to-day life things or activity that you do usually, you have usually. And the second one is over the moon or out of the world, like when you become so happy and you are in so deeply with something, that time you go or we generally go over the moon or out of the world. So these two phrases are so important in case of part 1 and particularly in case of today's topic. Second tips is, don't just copy the question. Like, what's your favorite? Don't say it's my favorite. Rather than say I just love it, I just enjoy it, it gives me much pleasure, or it gives me vibration within me, or whenever I see it, whenever I do it, I go over the moon, I just go out of the world. So then continue your answer, because in part 1 you don't need to elaborate your answer unnecessarily. 1 or 2 sentences are okay. Again, 1 sentence is also enough if you can use one phrase perfectly answer your question within a complex sentence. Like the one answer, I just love cooking because whenever I do cooking I just go out of the world. So it's just one sentence. I just connect the two clause by because, and the answer become one sentence answer, and the sentence is a complex sentence. And again I use a phrase. So this is perfect. You don't need to use 2 or 3 sentences in every answer, because in your part 1 you will be asked almost 7 to 8 questions. It might be 10 or above, but at least 7 to 8 questions. So in every questions you don't need to answer within 3 or 4 sentences or 2 or 3 sentences. You can answer in one sentence if you are enough confident. So for being confident, you need to know the proper phrases, the proper sentence making, that means grammatical ranges, and you need to be fluent. So that's it, some simple tips about today's video and in general part 1 topic. So bye for now. I will come with my new and interesting video in upcoming days. Bye bye.